Good morning, everyone. Ramadan Kareem, and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today, our top stories: 178 people have been arrested for begging in Dubai ahead of the holy month of Ramadan.
We'll also be talking about Dubai public parking timings have been revised for the month of Ramadan.
And you know it, you love it, the My Dubai Water Minute, the fun facts about My Dubai Water.
And Davido is out in Dubai driving Maybachs and turning up the night scenes. Some more on that as well.
And do stay tuned, because later in the show we had the star of the Expo closing ceremony, the incredible Mira Singh. She's 12 years old and she explains the secrecy behind the closing ceremony. There's a lot that goes into it. But before we get into all of that, it's award season, the fashion, the glamour, the Will Smith outbursts, and we had the Grammys. Are we talking about them? Do you want to get into them?
I think we should get into it. You were sharing such interesting opinions before the show, so
well, I was kind of just, it wasn't really I was more like venting. I don't know if it's for public consumption, but I don't know about these award shows and the authenticity of the people.
Yeah, I feel that. First of all, our award shows even authentic in the first place. You know, you hear things about people buying their awards, all of that, and then what goes on in the red carpet is just another thing altogether. And then the audience, the interaction, the host, like the fights that break out, like Miley Cyrus. And there was remember Miley Cyrus getting into a tiff with, I think, Nicki Minaj?
No, but like,
yeah, years ago.
It's so hard to know like what's real and what's not. So like the red carpet on the Grammys, there was Justin Bieber and his wife Hailey, who, by the way, I like as a couple.
Yeah,
I do like them. I think they're cute. Yeah. But the moment on the red carpet, they're like canoodling, and I just feel like it's just not. Which, like, they don't need to be totally loved up every second. This is the thing.
Yeah.
But like when you're walking the Grammys, it just felt like they were putting on a bit of a show, and I just feel like following the Will Smith incident, which wrongly he grabbed all of the Oscar attention and all of the Oscars headlines, which was so wrong, by the way. But I just feel like celebrities have an opportunity at these award shows to do that. And I feel like they're all doing it.
But, you know, it was great that there were consequences to what Will Smith did. Like, he was banned from the Academy.
He resigned.
He resigned, or he was made to resign, you know. So it's like, either way, there were consequences for him. So that's something else altogether. So now we know that's not faked at all. But in these sense, I think for red carpets, you have to put on a show. Like, that's what the people want. They want to see something. They want to see something juicy. They want to see chemistry between couples. So it's not something new, seeing couples canoodling on the red carpet, like Kourtney Kardashian and her.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They do it all the time. So, and I think in like all red carpets, in all situations, when you come in with your partner, it's like you do show something for people to talk about.
Yeah, or but the thing is, like, you always like put on this face for public, right? But you just see like the couples go a little bit overboard. And then the other moment is the Doja Cat moment, where she got announced as the co-winner or whatever, and she ran back up on stage and she was like, "That's the fastest I've peed in my whole life." And you're like, what? Why were you not waiting? This is the Grammys. Surely, like, this is like the musical equivalent for the Oscars.
Yeah.
Why was she not sitting there?
Yeah. I get that. The whole thing about respect, I totally get it. But I think maybe to sound funny or like, I don't know, relatable.
But this is straight after the Grammys happened. That's the video I've seen like 5 times over. I don't know much about the Grammys, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, I've seen that moment, and I've seen the Biebs and Hailey canoodling a couple of times. And like, they're the moments that have kind of grabbed the attention.
That's what grabs attention.
The Grammys.
So basically, it worked, right? Whatever they were doing worked because that's what people are talking about. Like, remember, like in
disrespect
for
to
the Oscars, remember there was a whole like a 2 years straight Jennifer Lawrence just kept falling and falling and falling. Like, how real was that? You know?
But this is I think like the Will Smith, I think that we know it was genuine, but people can see the effect that it had. And although for him, I do imagine that he feels really, really rough about that. That it wasn't a good moment for him because he understands the severity of what he did. But also, celebrities celebrities basically in the public eye, they see what they could gain from a moment like that, and it's a shame. But I guess the whole thing, it's entertainment. The whole thing's a show.
But I have to say, the fashion really disappointed this year. Like, all across, even the Academy Awards, even for Grammys, like, I just didn't dig the fashion. There was no look that stood out like, ooh, you know?
I always think, though, with the Grammys, they go kind of a step beyond what we could wear in like a normal situation. So it's like very fashion forward, and they're kind of always like pushing the boat out.
There was a year when Lady Gaga came in a giant egg. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you.
She came in a giant egg. Didn't she dress up as like a bag of something one year?
Yeah, Grammy's most jaw-dropping fashion moments, including Lady Gaga's entrance and when she came in a bizarre egg.
If I could show you the egg, I would. She had egg on her face.
Literally, she just came out of an egg. It was like insane. Like, she was in that egg.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I've never seen that. That doesn't. It looks like a shell of some sort.
And she, like, she was, being given
It's
birth
like emerging,
to.
like this, like theater drama, as though she's like emerging into life. But that's nearly like.
What are you expecting, right?
It's interesting.
And that's what you expect. And this year, it's just like.
So you think it felt flat?
It really did.
Was Lady Gaga there?
She was there. Her look was very classy. It was literally
Oscars
black, right? Classy, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Oscars classy, but not like for the Grammys. Like you said, like they take it up a notch. And it was just like, what is happening? Is this like what fashion has come to? People just don't care anymore.
Simran's upset. I'm upset.
Shahir's upset. I think all fashion police out there just like, what just happened?
We'll move on.
Yeah, move on.
We'll move into our top stories. And as always, guys, just a quick shout out, by the way, that we're doing our Share and Iftar campaign. We're super excited about this year. We are giving back in collaboration with Dubai Tourism. If you're heading for Iftar, basically, please take a photo of it, share it on Love in Dubai, and use the hashtag Share and Iftar. If you do that, we're going to give an iftar back to those in need. Jumping into our top stories, 176 people have been arrested for begging in Dubai ahead of Ramadan. So this was between March and the first day of Ramadan. That's our top story. And I've lost my train of thought a little bit.
I mean, of course, it is something that the authorities are raising much awareness about. So it's definitely, something
that we're going to be aware of. And the story was shared on Instagram, and it had a huge reaction, a huge response. So the message from the police is that begging is a wrong, an act of compassion, and the new campaign is fighting against begging. Look, as we know, the holy month of Ramadan is upon us, and that usually brings more begging on the street. Many turn to begging out of financial desperation, but also what the police are saying. So just be aware of this. And it's an awareness campaign that others create professional gangs of beggars, or they actually recruit people apparently from outside of the country to work as beggars as part of a bigger plot. Now, this is the messaging that we're getting from Dubai Police, and you're seeing the photos beside us on Facebook, and there are more photos. These are fake beggars. These are the photos that we've been shared from Dubai Police, and they are not real beggars. And it's tricky because it's the month of giving, and your heart doesn't know where to sit really when you see these photos. So it's a real tricky one.
That's so true. And yes, Ramadan is in fact a month of giving, but it's best to donate to well-known charity organizations where you can guarantee your money is going to help those in need. And the message from the police is that there are charitable alternatives you can turn to. A team has been formed to combat begging across Dubai before the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan to monitor places expected to be frequented by beggars.
And the clear message is that there are official and charitable entities and authorities ready to help the people in need, which Dubai Police urge whomever is needing of financial aid to turn to. So basically, if you need financial aid, they want you to turn to charitable initiatives. They said, Dubai Police said, that begging poses a serious threat to the safety and security of our society. We take the matter seriously as it ruins the reputation of the emirate, and it also affects the security as it increases cases of theft and pickpocketing. So the message from the top is begging can affect the safety and security if you are and this was kind of the conversation that developed, right? Because people see the photos and your heart kind of breaks because you imagine, I feel like we all see about it and we assume that they are in need. However, the conversation developed and people are like, okay, well, what are the financial, where are the charitable initiatives that we can turn to?
Yeah.
And people have just listed a whole host. So in Dubai, we have, of course, Dubai Cares, Noor Dubai, Dar Al Bur Society, Baital Car Society, Emirates Foundation. There's a massive list. It's all on our Instagram. And we can also share it in an article. It might be helpful. But I think a lot of people are saying, like, okay, so if we need financial aid, where can we turn to? And there's a big list of Dubai charitable initiatives that may be able to help you and beyond. Actually, there's, Fujairah Charity Association, Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services. There's a lot there to be aware of if you're in financial need.
And seeing these people, it's truly heartbreaking, like you said. So, I mean, if you have a list of these places, or if you're aware, like, of course, if someone, I guess, approaches you and tells you of their uncertainties and asks you for money, you can obviously direct them to these organizations and tell them that that's where they can get proper and legal help. Now we move on to our next story. Dubai public parking timings have been revised for the month of Ramadan. Now,
Public timings have been revised for the month of Ramadan. That is a really good story, Simon. However, I want to say my story first.
Sure. Oh, of course. What is this story?
We do not know where our heads are today. So if you're with us, we apologize from the bottom of our hearts because it's a Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday. Our next story is something that's really interesting. And I love it because I have visitors here. And whenever I have visitors in Dubai, I always try and encourage them to move here. Mm-hmm. So the top story is that Dubai has been ranked as the #1 destination for family vacations in 2022, i.e. we are the best city in the world for people who want to come for a family vacation. My friends are here, they don't have a family, but they could one day. So I'm like, look, we have safety. And we've literally ranked #1 in the world. And you know how much we love these #1 rankings. We're in Dubai and everything is #1. So this is one of the ones that we are very proud of. It's a survey conducted by Insure My Trip, a travel insurance company, and they indicated the best places to visit as a family. And our city, your city, all of our cities, it came out on top. The survey covered the quality of family hotels, the quality of nearby beaches, quantity of family attractions, sea temperature, interesting, lowest wavelength, weakest ocean current strength, and area safety. They took all of this into account. They looked at all of the cities in the world, and Dubai came out on top.
Now, Dubai received high scores in 5 out of 7 categories, including area safety, quality of family attractions, weak ocean current, sea temperature, and all that. Now, the research also looked at 62 other cities, with Colombo being the second best location, Turks and Chiasos third, and Barbados fourth, and Corfu as fifth. Other cities that made it to the top 10 list include Phuket, Auckland, Rio de Janeiro, and of course Havana.
So basically, all fabulous places. And Colombo is obviously not that far away from us. So if you're done with Dubai, you can also head to Colombo for your next top family vacation. However, this was really surprising, as one of the lowest ranked was Miami, and apparently it's because they have a strong ocean current. So, i.e., water safety is a bit difficult. The quality of family hotels. So maybe Miami is more like. I feel like, welcome to Miami. Like, I feel like it's like an adult city, less for the kids.
That's true.
That's true.
It's like the Las Vegas types, it's just like, every city reaches its saturation point.
What do you mean by that?
And maybe that's what's happened with Miami. Like Las Vegas, it gets hyped, and then some other city takes it over. Miami gets hyped, and then some other city takes it over.
Well, I think I've never been to Miami, but I'd love to go. But I just don't think it's for the kids. Maybe I just get that impression. I think it's like a party city, amazing houses. Do you ever watch like real estate?
Yeah.
Homes on these like.
And then Kim and Courtney take Miami.
Oh, well then. When are they going to take Dubai like properly? They've been here before. They stayed at the Atlantis.
There were so many. Yeah, they were. Oh my God, those episodes were the best.
Fact.
Them just living their best lives in Dubai.
Wasn't there like a big fight in one of the hotel rooms or something?
Yeah, when Scott was seen with another girl and she was hiding, the whole thing.
That was fake for sure. All fake.
Guys, moving on to our next story. That was, yeah, scripted, probs. Now, My Dubai Water Minute. Now, fun facts about My Dubai Water. Did you know that My Dubai Water holds a distinction of having the fastest bottled water production line in all of Asia, Oceania, and Africa? Now, the My Dubai factory produces a maximum output of 86,000 bottles per hour, equating to nearly 1.5 million units of water per day. And that's almost enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And My Dubai are also working alongside Degrade to recycle plastic bottles from their various events like the City Half Marathon and the Dubai Fitness Challenge, etc. Casey, take it.
Degrade produces sustainable clothing with its green spun yarn made from recycled PET PET bottles. It takes around 6 PET bottles to make a t-shirt, which is just incredible. Amazing shout out to the guys at My Dubai and Degrade. My Dubai also supports the Degrade Simply Bottles School Recycling Challenge for students from schools across Dubai. They collect plastic waste to be recycled and turned into sustainable clothing. It's an incredible initiative, and it's also an amazing learning for kids to learn how that their recycling can actually go back and they can see the use of recycling into products that you can use again.
Exactly.
The full circle.
And I went down to the factory to see if it was legit. It really was.
It was legit. It looked amazing. I love those stories. It was very educational.
Yeah. It really was going down as well, and just seeing how much work really goes into production. It's insane. You just don't imagine that, or you don't fathom the whole expansiveness of it all. But yeah.
Interesting.
Massive. Anyway, guys, next story. Davido is in Dubai driving Maybachs and turning up the night scenes. Now, leave it to celeb tourists in Dubai to live it up in the city, of course, as one should. And what do you picture, really, when you dream of a Dubai getaway? Luxury cars, designer wear, gold chains, fancy eats, and midnight drives with a view of Burj Khalifa? No? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And if that is what you envision a standard Dubai visit to be, then you'll be happy to know that the American-Nigerian singer Davido is doing right by the city, driving around town in his Maybach. The singer of the now FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 official soundtrack, Haya Haya that means Better Together, is painting the town red along with his lively entourage. And Davido tweeted, asking his fans, Dubai nights, what we doing, gang? And the response was rousing.
You know what I've just been doing? I was so sorry. I was looking for the tweet of someone being like, Dubai nights, what we doing? Because I was like, that's so relevant to the story. I didn't know it was him that tweeted it.
It was him.
Okay, Dubai nights, what we doing, gang? So knowing blending traditional African elements with global mainstream pop, Davido touched down in Dubai this weekend and has been sharing his ventures with his Insta fam. So if you follow him, you will already know about it. He was at Beachside Restos, which is exactly what I was doing last night. Maybe we were hanging out. Who knows?
Of course.
He was being served by Chef Cezanne Barak himself and basically just living the best wild life in Dubai.
And also, the singer has been receiving high praise for immortalizing himself with a solid World Cup vibey football song, which is a huge flex for Africans everywhere. And people are so proud on Twitter, the fact that he featured in the official FIFA song. So, of course, like representation, and he's one of the very first. So, huge flex on that. And he's in Dubai right now. So if you guys are a fan, you know, like he is constantly posting on Instagram what he's up to, where he is.
What were the best answers from the Dubai nights, what we doing, fam? That's what I want to know.
People are just like chilling, vibing, like very chill answers, not like, Davido, where are you? We want to come meet you.
Whenever Simran is interviewing a celebrity, she's always like, so where are you staying? Like every single time. And they're like, are we live? Simran's like, yes. Where are you? People want to know. Although, also, you'll know that Simran has never met a celebrity, apparently, at the same time. You interviewed Craig David as well.
Oh, but I've never met him.
I know, but still, it's Zooming.
The interaction?
Yeah, it's like Jimmy Carr interviewed Jimmy Carr on Zoom.
Oh.
That's amazing. The same thing. So someone's saying, so in answer to what are we doing Dubai nights, what is your answer? What are we doing, Simran?
What are we doing Dubai nights? I was going to say Expo, but then I realized there's no more Expo. Wasn't that such a standard answer?
Yeah, Expo is like the face mask. You'd be like, it's gone.
It's gone.
A moment. So what are we doing Dubai Nights?
Dubai Nights.
I feel like it's, Dubai Nights is more of a
now what has Dubai Nights Iftars. Iftar. Love that.
Milano said we chill in essence.
Oh. I mean, he was there at, I don't know if it was him, but like someone was on Twitter, like really living their best lives in those infinity pools that you can oversee the palm, which you checked out, right?
Oh.
No, that was address.
Probably at one point. Oh yeah, but you can see the palm from there.
Okay, it was probably the same one.
Dubai life.
But guys, let me tell you, singer Davido has become the first Afrobeats artist to ever feature on a FIFA World Cup theme song. So
that's so so those FIFA World Cup songs, like they go huge, and they are just really well known. It's amazing. Is he performing here?
Do we know any? Is he performing in it? Yeah.
No, here in Dubai.
Is he performing in Dubai? Ooh.
He must be.
Asking all the right questions, which I have no answers to.
We only really know the answers. Maybe we'll bring that to you tomorrow. First of all, and apologies for losing our heads this morning.
Apologies.
We're in this new studio. By the way, it's temporary or maybe it's permanent. This is our new background. They are redoing Studio 2. It's under construction until the weekend, which we'll probably be back in. And the main reason we're back in is because our Instagram, our audio isn't fabulous. So we're trying to fix that all the time. So do bear with us until the day comes that it's fixed. We appreciate you watching every morning. Do stay tuned because we had the star of the Expo closing ceremony sitting right here yesterday, the local legend and superstar who will go down in history. Mira Sin, she stole all of our hearts when she first hit the stage at Expo 2020 Dubai opening ceremony. She presented Expo 2020 to the world. Like, the task that she had was phenomenal and she completed it with grace and elegance. Not bad for a 12-year-old. She's absolutely fantastic. We had her on the show. You can watch it right after this. Welcome back to the Love in Dubai show. This is a special broadcast. We're going live on Instagram in the middle of the day because we have the one and only, the local legend, the superstar who stole our hearts when Expo first hit our screens. We have Mira Sinj on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
Are you the busiest girl in town?
Probably.
We had you all over our screens for Expo.
Yeah.
I can't even not imagine what that would be like. You've come in, you're dressed to perfection. But we want to know all about the history, all about where it all started. How long have you been singing and dancing for?
I think 3-4 years.
3-4 years. And what age are you now?
12.
So when did Expo come along and how did you get chosen as, I guess, the girl who presented Expo to the world, which is just, by the way, iconic and phenomenal and well done because you just did a fantastic job.
Yeah. It happened for an audition. So someone called us. We don't even know the agent. So someone just called us and they were like, do you want to go for an audition? And I thought, like, I didn't even know Expo was even there in the world. Because some people knew and they were working there and stuff. And I didn't even know because they opened it one time. And I didn't even know. So we went for the audition. They were like, so they probably choosed in front of the full Dubai, probably, from the girls, in the like casting agents and people who are signed up for like modeling and stuff. And I was auditioned. They made us do a lot of stuff related to it. I didn't know that it's gonna be on the show because they took like a lot of grandpas and they made us give a ring. They made it
a ring.
A ring.
What does that mean?
The Expo ring on the opening ceremony.
So you were like practicing and your audition process had that, but you still didn't know how big it was going to be. Okay.
I was like, no clue. I was like, it's just a small thing. It wouldn't be that big.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward. You had the audition process. At what point did you find out that you were going to, I guess, lead and introduce Expo 2020? The opening ceremony and the closing ceremony.
Yes. Probably not after the opening ceremony, but like before the opening ceremony. Like literally at that point where I was like 5 seconds away. Like I was like, I think this is it. That's the beginning.
But you had done all of the practice.
Yeah.
And in terms of the practice, tell us about it. What was that like?
For the opening ceremony, I don't quite remember that much, but it was easier than the closing for sure.
Why is
It
that?
was. Because the sleeping schedule and stuff, my life schedule and daily routine was like normal, but on the closing ceremony, like flipped around.
So, well, this is the thing, because Mira, you're 12 years old and you're in school. How were you balancing school and all of the practice that it took to create such an incredible show?
Well, I thought it'd be hard because my school is really amazing. It's JSSIS International School.
Shout out.
It's in JVC. So it's really close to my house. And the supervisor and principal are so understanding. They're amazing. Like, I love that school from the bottom of my heart. It's so good. So they let me do it. And then the full school, when I came to school after the opening ceremony, I was like, wow, I didn't expect this. Like, everyone was so in shock. They were like putting posters around me at the school. They were like,
I have goosebumps for you right now. I can't even, because I guess before the opening ceremony, you didn't know that it was going to be so big. And then afterwards, you walk into school and the whole school is just in awe.
Yeah.
And then did it calm down between opening and closing, or did you have kind of like expo jobs in the middle?
I was like working there for 6 months basically, because especially for the Belarus pavilion, because I'm half Belarusian, and like all the pavilions, they were like all full basically at the 6 months. Yes. And it was cool because I didn't go on the line. It was really cool.
That was like the best thing about it.
Yes. I took my friends because they didn't want to go on the line. They were too lazy. Right. So I just took them with me.
What other bits were like just kind of super for you? So you got to skip the queue. What about your character was called Hope, is that right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your character.
She is the girl who opened Expo, first of all. And why is her name Hope? Because she's going to be the next generation of the world.
Wow.
Basically.
So did you feel, the impact that you would have on other kids around the world who are looking at you as Hope?
Yes. This just happened like after the closing ceremony. I was just standing in front of the lift. The lift opened in the Rove Hotel. Mm-hmm. The lift opened and there's a girl standing there, like a small girl, right? And she's like, and I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't meant to be standing here even. And I was like, wow, that feels amazing.
Interesting. Because was it like, look, it's over. And like I said, like everyone was just in awe of how graceful you were, how elegant you were. What did it feel like with all of the lights? And you stood beside Andrea Botticelli. What was that feeling like for you?
I actually met him before the show, maybe like in the morning. Yeah. I met him. And I saw him and that was like, I was so surprised. And he started singing on the stage just for rehearsal. Because he's blind and I had to walk him. So we were practicing. It was kind of easy actually. And it felt really good that he said I'm like a good and beautiful person. Wow. And I was like, wow. And
that's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Life-changing moments.
Yeah. And he was being so nice. He had a dog. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's really amazing.
Does he? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Yeah. And did you meet anyone else along your journey?
Andrea Day.
Wow.
She is the sweetest person I've ever met, probably. Okay. And she is so amazing. Her even bodyguards are so good. Like, amazing. Like,
how are they so good?
Like, they were really nice. They let me come to her. Uh-huh. Like, I wanted to take a photo, of course. They let me come to her. Yeah.
And you said that it was flipped. So you had like the opening ceremony and then the closing ceremony was different because your schedule was so crazy and you were trying to juggle everything. Yeah. What was the closing ceremony like, preparing?
Okay, so I had to go to Expo at 9 p.m.
At 9 p.m. you went?
Yes, I reached there and was there till 6 a.m. Yeah.
Working?
Mm-hmm. Like all the time.
So did you sleep during the day?
I did. Okay. I couldn't even call anyone, text anyone, nothing.
Sorry?
I couldn't even call anyone, text anyone, nothing. Like,
so it was a big secret?
Yes.
So who knew?
My best friend.
Interesting. So, because we all knew that the expo closing ceremony was coming, but we didn't know who was performing. We didn't know that you were going to be back, and then it all happened. So, how long before expo closing were you actually preparing? Can you remember?
1 month.
1 month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure your mom and dad knew.
Mm-hmm.
What's your mom and dad's reaction to all of this?
They're really happy. They were really happy. They were with me the whole time. My mom was supporting me. My dad was with me on the rehearsal, so he was the one staying up and everything. Yeah.
Interesting. Outside of all of this, so you were modeling before, acting. Do you have other hobbies that you have time for?
Now I will, but before I did not, like nothing. I had to cancel like everything. I do singing, dance styles, like there's 4. So Indian dance, contemporary, ballet, and hip hop.
Wow. I've actually seen some of your dancing, like obviously on stage, but also some like that rehearsal stuff. Super cool. So do you have time for all of that now?
Now, probably. I hope so.
When you look back at Expo, what was like your favorite part, apart from the queue skipping?
The pavilions.
Yeah.
Usually people go crazy for stamps.
People for stamps was like this whole thing.
Oh my God, like if I take a friend with me and like anyone in my friend group, they'd be like, oh my God, let's just go get stamps. And like, let's see the pavilion.
That is such a smart response.
Exactly. It's like the only thing they come to the pavilion just to get a stamp. I get so annoyed.
Do you have a favorite, apart from Belarus and Russia, where your family are from, do you have any other favorite pavilions?
UAE.
UAE.
Like literally, I'm not just saying this for no reason. I love UAE.
100%.
Germany was also really nice. Everyone liked Germany, actually.
Before you leave us, you have kind of done something incredible for a 12-year-old girl. And like I said, it was elegant and amazing. And, you know, for the UAE, Expo was so incredible because we were showing us to the rest of the world, and you led that. So you had, you know, this enormous kind of task on your shoulders, and you just fulfilled it excellently. So like a massive, I wish there was more people here to just say massive well done to you, because it was just phenomenal to watch how graceful you were.
Thank you.
Do you have kind of like, what is your dream after this? Because you've just done something so cool.
Well, I've actually said this a lot, but I'm trying to make it to big movies, Hollywood movies, and Bollywood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Hollywood and Bollywood. You know they make a lot of movies here?
I do. But they don't really cast a lot of movies here. Like you have to go to America, probably.
So we're going to America.
Probably.
We're going to America. Guys, we're going to America. We're making Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies.
Yes.
And it starts right here. Mira, you've been fantastic. And I wish you all of the luck in your dreams of future.
Thank you.
You're a superstar and you're so elegant and poised. Oh my days, you're fab. Guys, that is it for us on the Love in Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning. A massive thanks to Mira.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again. Bye-bye.